Twitch recovered from my beatdown in the All-Star Arena yesterday. What is up, everybody? We're hosting a Friday stream here. 5+3 challenges, casual. Troll and a roll first in. Alright, Troll. We're coming to get you. No thinking. No, seriously. 5+3 is like an eternity compared to 3+2. Without further ado, we're just jumping into the fray here. Troll can take all the time he wants. We need like a detector to find the weak point in the black position. I don't see it. There is no weak point like in normal chess. I guess G7. G7 weakness. How do I get a knight to F5? Closed Sicilian. An original closed Sicilian. The knights in the corner are very bad there. That's going to be our biggest challenge. Making sense of a knight on A1. I'm live. I don't know about you. Chess 960. I don't want to play too many of these. Try to open the game against Troll because he loves tactics. More of a strategic-minded player, the Troll. I just have problems with my knight now. That looks overextended. Perhaps I'm wrong. Come in. Pardon. If he hits me with E5, we're zooming in on the weak point, G7. Normally F7 is the weak point in normal chess. Ours is overprotected. Gotta have something to focus on. Aha. Challenging my strong knight. That is disappointing. So the point was to play knight F5, but I can't just put my knight on F5 and sack it on G7 like it was Crazy House. Unfortunately. So he eliminates the power knight. One of my power knights. But this is also good. Maybe. A little bit of force behind that bishop on B1. Astrobait, welcome. Thanks for joining us. I want to thank Move11 and yourself for donating gift subs this week. Mr. Stillhand with 1,700, Blobby with 1,000, Jim with 600. Thanks to you guys for supporting my stream. Honorable mention goes to Barons in Chess, WJ Loof, Warnaki, HTFP, Move11. Why am I getting the same lag from yesterday's stream again? Feels like E6 supporting D5. How's my bishop doing? How's my driving? I used to go in at a good rating level, play a bunch to come out with the same rating level. A good night at the casino. Any night you don't lose is a good night at the casino. Is that your point? This is a Vegas resident speaking. I hope for a little more, but you're referring to my rating point situation. I think I'm underrated in the first place, but so is that tournament. So if I come out equal there, it's okay. In general, I should be gaining on lichess back to over 2,500. But that field is just about as unrated as I am, underrated. So I don't mind, particularly Bianca being 2,200. That was a devastating loss. She just crushed me. I missed a good move against her. I looked at all my games. I had a chance to sacrifice the exchange. It would have saved my game completely, and I didn't do it, and then lost in like 3 moves. It was such a bad decision. Not that often in chess you get a chance to make like a dynamic sacrifice. And I think you should go for it in most cases. Lean toward going for it. I thought, okay, I'll defend passively. Maybe she just won't play that well, but she's too good a player for that. That was a very bad decision. I was like, no, I don't want to sacrifice the exchange. We'll just play without risk. It was actually a blunder by her. If you just tune in, you have no idea what I'm talking about, but that's okay, neither do I. Alright, let's open up our bishop on b1. Troll dropped an exchange. But I do need to get the rest of the pieces in. Into play. White square. Frenzy. Troll in the bowl. Are you making a fish reference? You wouldn't dare castle. Oh no. No tactics here. Well, I was talking about g7. Principally want to bring more pieces in the game. He's gonna castle now. Really shouldn't have let him do that. Unfortunately, knight d5, queen e8 check, he has queen f8. How about a rook lift? Being a little dogmatic, I suppose. I'm dropping my d4 pawn here. You can take your pick, either pawn, hanging. Probably not the most accurate, but I just wanted to get my pieces in the game. I'm willing to sacrifice a pawn here. I'm clearly up the exchange. Queen h5 didn't work, and now he's playing for mate. g3 loses an exchange now, so we must be careful. I will give him the exchange. Nah, he didn't fall for it. Did I really think he would fall for it? Troll needs work on the tactics. The tactics department. Is queen h5 stronger? Maybe. Not really. Actually, no. I was trying to induce him to do bishop h3, but he wouldn't bite. Though this is also bad. It's always saying I'm not streaming on lichess. There's something weird with the lichess. Last night we had a similar problem though. I'm not sure if it corrected itself last night, but something with the whatever it's called. The technical term escapes me. There have been issues off and on with the notification about streaming on lichess. For a couple days it was like gone. Last week, then it came back. But it seems like it's not clear if it's working right. Unfortunately, I can't really rely on it. Alright, let's see how this game was, quickly. But I'm concerned about my lag again. Ping 143, I don't know what's doing this. It's a little high. Got literally no other... I just turned on my machine and I got no other apps running, or any kind of programs. Feels like our lag is up. Maybe just my internet provider. This is an interesting opening, Troll. Probably fairly well played by us. For chess 960. Anyway. At least the chess still works. Okay, open challenge is 5+3. Anybody with 100 games or more? Non-bullet. Yesterday I struggled again mightily in 3+2 arena. I'm insanely slow. Also very tired though yesterday. Wasn't a good day for me to play. I managed a few good games. But I just don't feel like 3+2. I would prefer 5-0, first of all. I could use those extra 2 minutes. Way better than the 2-second increments. I like G3 here. I used to play C4. But if I play the Chigorin proper, I prefer to play with my knight on C3 rather than knight F3. The line is much more dynamic. The chess still works, yeah. I saw... Actually, I didn't see notification of anybody streaming. Yeah, I don't think it's working. Headband Master is streaming, and he wasn't listed either. The tennis pro. You could make good money streaming live tennis. But, why bother with chess? Hanishberger. It's the Barty Imre system. Okay, H6, I admit here, you might be tempted to get away with that. I don't believe that it's best, but it's a reasonable move. Giving the bishop retreat squares, taking away G5. The question is, can you afford to do this with black? The luxury of H6. Yeah, why not? Possible I should try to go quicker with knight E5. Any sort of Chigorin setup is inherently risky. Develop the pieces first and foremost, then what? You've robbed me of this natural move, which influences the D5 square. I normally like to put pressure on that. Robbery. So in the past I've played moves like B3 in this type of position, but I don't think it's very dynamic. That doesn't look right. That does not look right. Queen A4, Queen D7. Defends. Bishop F4, what happens? I don't know, Bishop F4, Bishop D6 may not be that bad for black. Tempting move, but I don't know that this is enough. He seems to be able to just protect with Queen D7. At the end of the day, I mean, 95 will just trade pieces. So I need something better than that. Something to attack the C6 knight again. It's not easy to put pressure on that C6 knight again. Second. In this case now, 95 just allows simplification that favors black. I wonder if E4 almost works. Some lines. Just somehow miraculously open that line. Knight takes D5 as well. I wonder if that works right now. Knight D5. Knight D5, Knight D5, E4. Bishop E4, Rook E1. That does look pretty dangerous for black. Goes Knight E4 anyway. Wow. So Knight D5, followed by Knight E5. But the E-file is not open here. I mean, he blocked this lineup for me, but at the same time weakens D5 slightly. I mean, I could already start sort of possibly sack a piece with Knight takes D5. Knight d5, queen d5, knight e5. Why didn't I play that? Not really sure. Oh, bishop d7. Yeah, but this would have been good. Yeah, I think this would almost win. Immediately knight d5. This diagonal, it's like connect 6. You could look after the game, but I have the feeling the sack on d5 probably works for white. I would play it if you gave me a second chance. In life, there are no second chances. Well, sometimes. So, rook e3 check. This is unlikely to be a big deal, but this is a big deal. So now he's really lost, it looks like. Lost his relative term. a3, knight a6, bishop c7 with a pawn up. There may be better moves though. Knight e5 looks very dangerous for black. Knight e5, knight a2, rook c7. That bothers me a bit. Knight e5, knight e2. Also have bishop d5 there. The simplest move is a3, but then rook c6, rook c1. But if a3, knight a6, he defends c7, and I don't really want to give up my bishop. That looks dangerous though for black. a3, knight a6, knight e5, c6. And something like e4. It's difficult to choose between the different lines here because they're all tempting. I could just win a clear pawn with bishop c7, but it's a pity to trade my bishop for his knight. The knight e5 looks really strong because I'm attacking d5. c6 is almost forced, but then e4 would just blow open the position for black. It looks like he's in a very bad way. Really no good defense here. At least the chess still, yeah, absolutely, the chess still works. But the problem is these annoying announcements they have. About Hutch chess or whatever. Starsky and Hutch chess. lichess should have like a separate place for... They should really have a separate place for streamers that are being promoted and those tournament announcements rather than the same place on the page. I don't see why they have to interfere with one another. If you go to like lichess, to the main page, there's no streamers. The Offerspiel Invitational, commentary by Magnus Carlsen, and the Hutch chess. Whatever. Starsky and Hutch chess starts at... It's boring now. I'm kind of bored, honestly, with Magnus Carlsen. There was a discussion on one of my Grandmaster friends' Facebook pages. An open discussion between a lot of chess players. We're getting bored with Magnus and his exclusive little club. It's not inclusive. It's sort of private. All right, let's play some chess here. Welcoming more challenges. The wonders of lichess. Streamer promotion not working. All right, 6 games in play. These are my correspondence games, guys. Let me check out the last game. I'm going to have to find another avenue for promoting my stream. Looks like lichess has become unreliable. So, Sparkle Horse versus Hanischberger. I don't like h6. Here. You don't have time for this. 80 games with e6. That's really the only good move. I'm surprised no one's tried g6, actually. Queen d7. Knight b4 played successfully in a couple of games. Yeah. I don't really trust that move for black. I would think white would have c4 here, possibly. Yeah, no one realizes that. It's a big problem. This is actually good for white. You can't be playing knight b4 there. Alright, no one as wise as myself to find c4. Montbobolo rating with a party of 36. Wow. Thank you, man. Good to see Montbobolo picking us up from obscurity. We rated his stream once, a couple weeks ago, maybe a month ago. Good to see you, man. Thank you. Thanks for rating. He's probably streaming over on chess.com. So, what's up? Thanks for joining us. International Master from Poland. Yeah, we're streaming on lichess, so we've got no promotion right now. The lichess notifications for the streamers are down, so we didn't have very many viewers. That's good timing. Muchas gracias. Thank you to Mr. Bobola for joining us. I've got a challenge from 10-year-old. Guys, check out his stream. I noticed he hasn't been on as regularly during my streaming times, but if you guys see him, we'll also raid. I am Bobola. D4. Party of 36. I don't think we have room for that here. Thanks, guys. Check it out. So I'm just taking open challenges 5+3. If you're logged in on lichess, you have an account with I like to see people who have 100 games, something not like created today. Accounts that have 100 rated games are welcome to challenge me. Non-bullet, a little bit more reliable. Play 100 bullet games really fast. But if you have an established account, basically, I'm welcoming challenges. We played a 3+2 arena yesterday, so I'm up to speed. All right, let's try the bishop f4 Grunfeld. I don't know this too well, but again, thanks to the raid. I never met Matt personally, but I know his name from streaming here, and it looks like he's a serious player, and I like other streamers who take the game seriously. It's good. Real chess analysis by a strong player. I try to promote that myself. Bishop f4 c6, so c6, a quiet move. Black normally tries to play c5. That's the key, like the last game I was showing, where I could have played c4. When you have the bishop on g7, you want to open this up, and the only way to pry it open is with c5. It's not bad to play c6. This is actually transposing to a Slav, just a little bit more passive. I think notably that bishop is restricted in these type of lines. I actually play queen c2 against a Slav sometimes, and you know, that's a move I don't really want to play here because it induces bishop f5. I'm actually happy to not have that move inserted in this position. Bishop g4, an exchanging concept. It also gives my bishop retreat squares. Okay, well, anyway, I don't know whether to call this a Grunfeld or a Slav. Matt Bobola is saving us with this raid. I don't know what's up with lichess today, but they've had problems with promoting the streamers. I hope they're not having trouble with Twitch, but it's probably something internal. Yesterday was my stream. Guys, was yesterday the stream announced? You remember? Anybody astrobate? Any of the regulars here? Was it listed on lichess when we were streaming last night? I had the feeling at first it wasn't, but maybe it came up. 10-year-old has been playing really well. He was kind of absent for a while, but it feels like the last couple of games, he played super well. He's got a couple draws and a win against me. This win. That was a great game. He was white there. Just shut me down. That was 5+3 as well. Okay, this move is kind of passive, but where are you going to put the knight? You know, there is no c6 square. So you didn't notice yesterday, Astrobate, whether it was working. Yeah, without lichess promoting the stream. 5+3, Zen. Man, thanks again to Matt for the raid. International Master William Pascal. I take chess very seriously, and I try to promote that type of attitude. I guess we should think about c5. Thinking about and doing are different things. Maybe we're waiting for him. I don't really want to lose a tempo here, though. It's all relative, Zen. 5-3 is slow. I just came to learn this in the last couple of weeks. After playing 3+2, I feel like a dinosaur. I got slaughtered in the Hungarian All-Star Arena. I was just like, there was a feeding frenzy. Yeah, this move, what am I doing? Totally lame. If he takes with the knight, though, I could play maybe bishop c7. Get my rook on the 7th. Rook on the 7th right away. Probably doesn't work. I could play knight d5, knight d5, bishop c7. Queen e8, misplacing his pieces. And we have an itty-bitty advantage. Maybe he should just take back with the pawn there. I'm not sure this is bad for him, though. We are slightly better. Blobby, welcome. We had a raid from Matt Bobola. That's why we have some viewers here. Because the lichess notifications are down. I need some ideas on promoting the stream outside of lichess. Alright. Queen b3. Matt is great. Yeah, I never met him personally. But he seems like a serious player. And person after my own heart. Knight f6. If Blobix likes them, they must be good. Blobix has good taste, if nothing else. Even if he is. I forget what I was going to say. I have to come up with a move here on knight f6. That is a little bit disturbing. Nothing else. Yeah, nothing else. I couldn't think of a bad word. I wanted to insult Blobix, but I couldn't even... That shows you his character, right? You want to insult someone as a joke, but you can't even think of something bad to say about them? I wanted to jokingly make fun of Blobix, but I couldn't even come up with something. It's like Donald Trump and Nancy. He never could come up with an insult for Nancy. Nothing really that sticks anyway. Alright. Thanks for bearing with me through the 3+2 arena. Did you catch some of that yesterday, Blobix? Did you notice if our stream was posted on lichess last night? Masturbate's never paying attention. He's basically like a sort of automated bot. I don't have bot viewers. I think Astrobate was busy being distracted by something else. You didn't look either. I'm just wondering if it's a problem that's been ongoing. Right now, I know there's other streamers on the site, and they're also not announced, so it's not just me. The last message you got from Sparklehorse account 3 days ago. Yeah, that would be right. Tuesday? Why do you say that, Zenchess? I don't mean like messages. You mean from my team. He's defending his d5 pawn. Oh, queen a5 check. He wants to sneak that in. Alright. Am I allowed to castle? Did I move my king or something? We're better here. Oh, no. I just meant the, the upper left-hand corner where it usually shows who's streaming. Isn't working. So we have very few viewers to start. Till Matt raided. Brought his viewers over very generously. Castles. I was concerned about queen a5 check. Keeping pressure on d5. He can move 94 now, but I'm not sure it really does anything. His bishop is sketchy. So he's overprotecting d5. Rook c7. I mean, we have control of the c-file here. We're better. Rook c6. It's a funny square. I think he's had it. I telepathically induced him to hang his a6 pawn. It was reverse psychology. If you put your rook on c6, it doesn't actually threaten anything. They think they have to defend against something that's not there. Exchange sacrifices. Rook e6, pawn e6, bishop e4, pawn e4, knight g5. Vicious. With a family fork. The indefensible family fork. Now that's a cool idea. If I do say so myself. Irish pawns are smiling. Everything is under control. No, it's not on lichess now. That's the point. Blobix, nobody is, so it's not. As long as it's not personal. I'm not sure. We need someone more technical to understand how that works exactly. UGI or whatever isn't working. Is that what it is? GUI, UGI, GUI. I'm like an old dad. I can't even remember the proper initials. The GUI. Zenchess. A UGI. What is a UGI? Alright, Zenchess. I don't know if I'm up to Zenchess level yet. Man, but the Hungarian arena was a good warm-up. I'm still feeling the effects of that. That's like going for a workout. I got dropped on my head by the girls. Barbie and Bianca. Sorry, I clicked on your... I lost 6 games in a row at one point in the arena last night. But I realized I did something really, really stupid against Barbara. I'm playing the black side of my King's Indian attack. And you know what? At one point she had like knights crawling over my position on b5 and c4. And I was like, this never happens. What am I doing? You know? and I like positionally got strangled. But after the game, I realized like I had played a5. I never ever 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 play a5 in that structure, and for some reason, because it was like 3+2, I just like sort of threw it out there. But those guys are well prepared in the opening. The Hungarian all-star crew, good opening prep. All right, Zenchess now playing the Rossalimo. Recently, I lost a really bad Rossalimo, not on the arena yesterday, but in another game. But we correct our mistakes here. It's almost like artificial intelligence. I do learn from my mistakes. Although this variation sucks in general for black, Zenchess now transposes. You know what is interesting on another subject, because I've got endless subjects to talk about chessically. I'm not sure I trust Stockfish for opening evaluations. But what do you guys think about the fact that if you play e4, c5, knight f3, d6, d4, cd4, the engine thinks that queen takes d4. The checkover variation is superior to knight takes d4 by a large margin. I mean, is that really possible? Or is that just some sort of glitch with Stockfish? What do you guys think? Blobix, Zenchess? Do you guys think that it's really possible that taking with the queen on move 4 is a better move than taking with the knight? Could the computer be right about that? It just sees how powerful the queen is centralized. I mean, I think I have to take that with a little bit of a grain of salt. The engine just doesn't understand how to evaluate white's potential long term. Is it really possible the checkover variation is better than the open Sicilian like main lines? It would be a little hard to stomach that. Like somebody telling you that Santa Claus isn't real. Zenchess thinking all this time makes me think I lost my internet connection or something. Are we actually connected? Damn. So you played c4, Charlie Mays variation. Charlie Mays was an expert from my chess club in Boston. Charlie's probably out there somewhere. He used to play this against me. I never liked c4 though. You know, it's not bad, but I don't think it's as good as knight c3. Now Zenchess, you did beat me in a similar line. Pretty badly. A couple months ago. It wasn't this opening. There was something with a similar structure, but different. So I've tried both e6 and g6. g6 is a little more in keeping with my... Was it this line you beat me? g6 more in keeping with my dragon style of play. g6, bishop g5, bishop g7. Is anybody here? First of all, I suspect I have some lag. Secondly, although our ping is back to 65, there's no chat in chat. My Twitch is always laggy. If we don't have enough viewers, I'm gonna have to start streaming Minecraft or poker or something. Playing poker and chess at the same time. Maybe I'll ride a bicycle, do blindfold Simoth, or juggle while I'm playing chess. If I could only juggle. Circus streams. I agree bishop g5 is an interesting move, but I don't really believe in white's position being superior here. Reminds me a little bit of my game with Barbie, my first game with Barbie yesterday. I employed a new idea in the hyper-accelerated dragon, which is dubious. Managed 1 out of 2 with that idea. Not new, but relatively unknown. We had some interesting openings, at least. Though the quality of chess isn't very good at 3+2. There is a little bit of time, enough to maybe play a reasonable level of opening theory and learn from it. One of the best things about blitz is really giving you a chance to practice your openings, I think. Dubois. Who is Dubois? Arnie Dubois. No. Okay. We need to put some pressure on White's position. I was thinking of taking my guinea pigs and putting them on the stream. Do you think that would increase my viewership? I noticed, like, Photo Chess had her cats. She puts her cats in the background or something. Like a live animal feed. Blobix, we have a Colombo statue here on Falkmikse Utsa in Hungary, the street where the chess federation is, named after Peter Falk's family. He has Hungarian relatives. White is... he's tough, but he's not a titled Hungarian player. I went through the washer yesterday. After that, it's like lifting weights and then taking them off. Everyone I played was at least 2250 FIDE at the minimum. Right, that's not cool. Please do not say stuff like that. Absolutely not. And you should contact Suicide Prevention Hotline immediately. Seek counseling. Don't joke about that if you're joking. If you're serious, do seek help immediately. Please don't do it while I'm in time pressure. Alright. But I'm not really sure about this. He just averted, like, takes. Damn it. Okay, I'm still equal. Yeah, this is the problem. He didn't have this, like, last move. He did, right? I have to take on c4. Maybe he actually blundered then. So knight d4 was a natural move, but a mistake here because I have bishop takes e4. No. Life is truly complicated. Damn. Wish there was some sort of tactic. Just don't seem to have it. My bishop is hanging. No doubt about it. What to do? Creating a very dynamic situation now. Man. My bishop is hanging. What are you guys talking about? So this is where I'm weak when it comes to just clicking the mouse fast. I degenerate into like a 900 player at that point. Why didn't I play? Oh. Well, that's perfect. You're kidding me, right? I really didn't expect Zenchess to bust the perfect endgame technique with no time left on me. That seems to be going around. Yesterday, another player I was surprised by. No, it's an easy draw for black, probably. Here. I got a little too ambitious with h4. Yeah, I mean, you're going to play rook e4 anyway, so I just, like, made it worse. The worst part is like h4 rook here and g5 just loses everything. Your rook just happens to be on a6 to take the f6 pawn. But I mean, your speed is awesome. It's just like the 3+2 arena yesterday. I can't click the mouse that fast. I'm faster with my phone, actually. Better chance with my phone. Impressive play, though. What's your bullet ratings in chess? 2171. Yeah. It was a good game, but I mean, you're just too fast for me at the time pressure. Black was slightly better. That's pretty standard for me lately. I was never fast, but I'm even slower than I used to be. All right. It should have been a draw. But I just hung my whole position there. Painful. Normally I pride myself on playing the endgames well. But I don't have time. I can't play well. Alright, Blobix now. Two strong players in a row. Alright. We'll go back to a6 for you. But I don't trust this line really as something I can play on a regular basis. Looked at this with move 11 last week. I played a number of games with like ED night before. But it objectively doesn't help. The line is very drawish, I think. You'll think you'll try to speed up. I try to teach chess here by commentating, and I'm not that concerned about my results. Although when I'm off stream and playing, I would prefer to have good success and play better. Zen chess is very fast. He's a good player. I'm concerned about how slow I am, though. It is morning here. I'm good at generating excuses for my slowness. Knight takes d5. Sacrifice a piece, maybe. But what Blobix is doing isn't really considered to be a great way to play this. I have a very strong center at d5. That's the start of the position. He has to be careful about these pawns really dominating the game. Yeah, that's cool about shogi. I never played shogi, Zen, but I know like a few people who are into it. I know like, I don't know him well, but I know like Larry Kaufman was really into shogi. My friend Paul McIntyre, who spent some time in Japan. So there are some chess players who are quite into shogi. I guess living in Japan helps. Let's see. Bishop d3. I want to play, but I want to develop my pieces here too. How serious is f5? Shouldn't be a problem just yet, but it will be. Oh no. It's morning for Blobix too. That doesn't look right, master. Alright. Never ever get sleepy against this guy though. He's dangerous and tricky. Can he hit me with the Nimzabichi on c4? I'm about to invade his 7th rank with a rook. So I'm not sure c4 is good. Slightly weakening his position, but the best you can do here. I wish I was inspired to play better. How about c4? Giving up my whole center, though. I mean, he'll just blow up my center. How about my bishop on b7? I'm getting concerned about f5 for real now. No, but I think that Blavix's position is reasonable. Knight bd2, c4. Complicated game. If I go with c4 myself, it would just be goodbye to my pawn center. Very slightly. Maybe I prefer black here. But not by much. Blavix's position very solid. Again, the blockading strategy with c4. This will keep him honest. On the long diagonal. He can't really go crazy attacking me without risking his king getting checkmated on the long diagonal. So it's sort of a Mexican standoff. He seems reluctant to actually play c4. We got nothing on that b file anyway. I'm reluctant to commit my central pawns. This is a good move. Queen e2. Behind this pawn. I try to remain as flexible as possible, but looks like white is gaining the advantage now. Probably rookie. Yeah, that's not safe, man. I don't think that's a really... wow. That's a crazy thing to play, g4. Call me a skeptic. He's got to be able to play f5 without losing his position. Losing his center and losing the long diagonal and this king safety. And I don't think that I would play g4. Sort of like no going back once you've gone there. He doesn't have to commit to that, though, you know. If I were white, I would just want to build my position more slowly. If he plays f5, knight e5, then he has to show something. Possibly I have other moves like d4 first. I also have c4 ideas. But this is just crazy. He's going berserk. He's going to try to checkmate me. Setting up bishop a5. Alright, what are we going to do? He's reinforcing e5. Maybe it's time to sacrifice the pawn soon. The monsoon. Monsoon season. The bishop could be nasty on d2, taking away my escape square. I didn't expect him to play c4 now. Expect him. I've been expecting you. Fearless Blobix. Gotta give him credit. Being a troublesome master. I'm running out of counterplay here. Maybe I should play f6. That's nuts. This is surprisingly difficult. Nice coffee house attack by white here. Maybe I ought to just give up the white square bishop. Wasted some serious time with that. Knight journey to b8 now to get back to f8. Look at his piece coordination. Just fearless. Putting up his own king. He's like a chess warrior. Well, can I play h6? My god, man. What? What am I missing here? Why would you play that? You have a mate? Oh my god, what am I thinking? Blobix, you're scary. You really are. Scary, man. Just like a maniacal attacker. Completely unsound, but so scary I almost capitulated. So he's apparently winning here. He's winning. He's so well coordinated. It's plus 2.7 for white. He went from this position to that position. This was a big mistake, you know, right here. Because I ended up moving my bishop from f8 back to g7. I don't know what I was thinking. I was thinking maybe I would play h5, I guess, like a Caro Kann. Why do I put my bishop on e7 and then transfer it back to g7 later on? This is like a massive waste of time. But I'm surprised how strong his attack is g4. It looks insane to do that on a long diagonal. I must have missed something good. Sack a pawn. I need to do something more direct. I just didn't see what I have here. The time called for drastic measures. Still, Blobix would have been all right though. I sat on my position too long. You know, he got a very, very strong initiative there. Till he went way berserk. Controlled aggression there, Blobix, would have netted you a point. No need to just start giving me pieces. I think it almost worked. I thought f7 was gonna work. Frankly, we get the feeling that Blobix is a good attacker. I knew that. I mean, I know that he is good on the king side direct attacks. That's his specialty. Very dangerous if you put him in the right position. He's not a technicush. He's a hacker, but he's good at what he does. Yeah, so I attempted to play like d6 in this position a couple times last week, and I got horrible positions every time. Yeah, without a queen side, you'd be good. We could just cut the board in half. I think Twitch might be a little bit taxed. How many viewers can Twitch support watching it? They should reinvest some capital. Like most companies. Not enough capital reinvestment because of corporate greed. Knight c6. Alright, so this is the move that's most commonly played. We'll try a6. The move 11. Vigan 7, some other players have played this. Nice move, h3. Reverse psychology. We may have to revert to f6 now, it looks like. Can I even play that? Knight c3, f6. There is no other plan, by the way. Highly suspicious setup. Pawn that does come to life. Ponda. What's up, man? I don't know if his cameras usually kind of get stuck. Not sure if he's live. He's not live. We should refresh it. He's moving around as we speak. You just can't see it. But Blobix, that's a trashy line. Knight takes c6 is not good for white. You can do better than that. Your openings are worse than mine, which isn't saying much. Judging by my results in yesterday's All-Star Arena, I felt like my openings might be more of a liability than my sloth. Excellent opening by Hayes Miro here. I like bishop f4. I don't play a6, but I thought I'd try it, and I faced it with white. Oh boy, alright. Oh, I think white is seriously better here. Sufficiently supported. Space advantage at e5 should be no doubt advantage to white. Properly supported. Knight d4, knight d4. It's not going to work. Not sure about bishop d3 or not. May not be the best move. Because now he has issues with f5 knight on d4. How do we protect this? I was going to peacefully continue with something like knight f7. No, even this he might be able to go crazy with g4. Even this move is probably not that bad. Not that bad. But I don't like trading pieces that much for white. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Yes. Sacrificing a pawn here. Not quite sure what the result is. Which pawn he's going to take, if he takes any pawns. Maybe a mistake. Most of my moves are. It's impossible to play perfectly in blitz, but we have a better shot than in bullet. I may have underestimated pawn takes f6, for example. This is like his worst move. Right? It's a standard Taras trap, but you can definitely think about taking this first, or play queen takes b7. In all cases, I suppose black has some way to play for the initiative. He just simply didn't calculate enough. But I think he has a promising opening. I'm just fortunate. Fortunate that the bishop is hanging, because then, you know, even queen b7 doesn't work. You have to be 1700 rating. I don't know. Good to see you, Padre Antoni. Well, if you play anybody that plays perfectly here in a time control faster than, you know, 15 minutes, I would be suspicious, even if it was a GM. Perfect games are rare, even by Magnus Carlsen. We should be making some amount of mistakes. Some of us less than others. So, but Miro just pity that he blundered tactically. Miro. I never knew if it was Miro or Miro. I think it's Miro. Sheppi's here. Haven't played in a long time. It's easy to play perfect if you're plus 10. You know, it actually may not be true. I love how like the stockfish will judge you for whether you play the most precise mate in 4. I mean, obviously, that's a good point. Like, if you get to that position where it's just totally overwhelmingly better, is it really like an inaccuracy if you don't mate in 4 instead of mating in 5? I mean, there's a lot of roads that lead to Rome. At some point, it should just be like, yeah, whatever. You played like the perfect game of your life, and then you didn't execute. But this is... Opening concerns me. I like to play dubious variations, though. I did that yesterday in Arena. A couple games. I just do it hoping that the other player won't know it, you know. So it's a calculated risk that I like to take in certain openings. In this case, A6. First, it was a German IM who played that against me on ICC years ago. I was like, whoa, what is that? But I know one of our viewers, Move 11, has tried that move with mixed results. But it just doesn't seem like Black has time. 20 years ago, more than 20 years ago, I started playing this opening. And Roman and I were dead set on this move, Bishop G4. But it has a lot of technical problems. Black. This is still the best move according to theory. If you asked me to play, I probably would play Knight H6, which Jakob Attila played against me when I played white. This Knight A6 move it's a weird try. You see, like, Morozevich, he's a player who likes to play weird stuff. Zvygintsev, who plays Knight A3 against the Sicilian, he likes to play weird stuff. But these guys also had bad results. Moro lost, Zvygintsev lost. Savchenko got a draw. Yeah, I think this line is dubious. So, he knows H3. Nice job. Stopping Bishop G4. Very consistent. Knight C6. That's the point. Yeah, maybe F6 is better, but I don't think it's going to radically change things. Here, Knight C3. F6. So we're following Dingler and Morozevich. And you play Bishop F4. Which is a very consistent move. Focusing on E5. I think that white is just better here. There's really no question. So, do I have a better move anywhere? No. Bishop F4 is the best move. I didn't like FE because of Knight takes E5. Surprisingly, the engine thinks it's okay for Black. Actually, the computer prefers this. Stopping Knight F6. There might be something to that. Anyway, interesting game. But not a fun variation for Black to play. If I play Bishop G4, there's a couple good moves for White. You know, years ago, this was the main line. Not clear if it's better to play Knight C6. Perelstein recommends like Knight D7. I think. I never played that. I've always played Knight C6. This variation is one problem. And years ago I lost against Boris Kryman with Knight on BD2. I don't really like this a lot for Black either. You think avoiding Knight F3. Well, I mean, it depends on your move order. He's playing Knight F3 on move 2. So that's how he's getting into this position. Yeah, ideally it's probably better without Knight F3. I mean, Michael Adams beat Gingy years ago. Roman was like disturbed by that game. Without the knight on F3, it's worse. So like C3, G6, D4, CD4, and D5, and now E5. This position is like a similar version where there's no knight on F3 and no knight on C6. And Roman never really fully resolved like losing this game against Adams that you see here in 1994. All right, so Miralles against Kasparov. Kasparov, 14-14, 22-03. Do you have enough games to challenge? Yeah. Miralles with the e5 square. Well, I mean, honestly, Sheppy, I'm a lot less likely to play g6 because of that. You know, most people know that. But after knight f3, you don't have as many options now. Knight f3, you're playing g6 and hyper accelerated. But that's a known fact. Better for white. Playable, but better. So Miralles, how do I stop him from playing e5? What am I going to do? Try to challenge him? What does he play now? Knight f6, d4, d6, right? Knight f6, d4. What is knight f6, d4, knight takes e4? That's what we've been discussing. Not that move order. Speaking of Roman Gigiashvili, this just doesn't go away. So I've been trying knight takes e4, queen takes d4, knight c5 against him. I know the proper line is knight takes e4, queen takes d4, knight f6, but we'll just play this. Problem is Miralles knows this really well. Everybody knows this really well. It's extremely common. I don't know the variation as deeply as most because I don't play e4, e5 that much. It's a very systematic line. Now, bishop takes c6 is a move here. What's the deal with that? It's just wrong. Fundamentally wrong. This is Miralles' favorite square. Every opening he plays is based on like getting control of e5. Now, I've seen games with bishop takes c6, Antonio. He wants to play the Urusov Gambit. Well, he's beaten me with it a million times because I tried to defend those pawn up Gambit positions, but it's just tricky, very, very tricky. You know, a computer has no problem defending, but for a human, it's hard. My problem here, I'm out of book. I don't know the line. Never having been an e5 player. Actually, I played the Petrov, so I basically would never get this position except for this exact move order. When I do play e5, it's only the Urusov Gambit move order that can force me to play into this position, essentially. So I never took time to study this. Bishop e3 strikes me as unusual. Some sort of home prep. I mean, we may have had a game a long time ago in this. I'm really not sure what's going on here. Is it possible he messed up the move order on his own because he was moving too fast? Once he lost against me in 4 moves. So, move order mistake because he's blitzing is possible. My memory is not trustworthy. For a variation like this that I hardly ever play, I can't even remember my address or my phone number half the time. The code to like unlock the door to my house. Yeah, this doesn't look right. But let's not be overconfident. We could have walked into some sort of dastardly trap. My intuition was telling me to play bishop c6. Bishop g4 is certainly not the safest move. I'm playing this like a complete wimp. Something went wrong. The bishop e3 wasn't right. Aren't you supposed to play like f3 or castles or something? f3's not right. He has to castle first. Castled. Isn't that it? No answers. You see, he's so used to me trying to defend the black side of the Eurosov Gambit, he didn't review his videotape variation. Black might even be better here. I hate to say the words, the B word. Friday. I work every day. There is no weekend. Bishop c5 is more frequent than bishop d7. Not in the real world, Miralles. I don't think so. I would think like amongst average players, bishop d7 would be more popular. It just defends the threat. I'll bet you that bishop d7 has more games in the database. But I've been known to be wrong. I'll bet it's a friendly bet. No money involved. Very uncompromising. Double-edged play. Neither side will be completely safe, but his king is kind of in a open space. White looks positionally bad. Well, I don't know. I mean, there's a case to be made that his pawn is overextended. His bishop could be like blocked by his own pawns. But I have doubled pawns. So my position isn't perfect. This does look promising for black. He resigned. A very rare opening malfunction. from Morales. He wasn't prepared for me to play the normal line. But look at this position. It's like everybody cops out. The best moves are knight takes e4 and bishop e4 check, except in gambits. Every strong player goes into... Like, look at knight takes e4. Look, nobody's played... Almira has one game. She lost against Avruk. And the Lithuanian guy, Grabliauskas. But basically, no other good player has the guts to play this move, which is objectively best, because it's so dangerous. So I'm wimping out like everyone else. e5, d5, bishop e5, knight e4, knight takes d4. And I'm right. Bishop c5 is more rare, you know. I don't even know how that goes. It's the more aggressive move. Probably more sophisticated. But I'm too simple to know that variation. Honestly, Morales. That would require calculation. You know, I just want to play the solid move. So, bishop c6, bc6. Yeah. You have to castle first. And bishop e3 is rare, although it was played. It was played, but nobody good. Karpachev, one game, 1992. Yeah, bishop takes c6 is normal, of course. But I was mentioning it this as a move, you know. I was talking about this being an alternative for black. Beliavsky losing to Kallio is not a very good advertisement. Alright. But we're getting up there. So, Kasparov, 2203, Asmir, Viking Beer. That Viking Beer guy. The dubious question mark. It's a good thing I played that solid variation. But the problem with the line is that if Morales plays right, there's no... I know it's you. How's your recovery coming? There's no... I want to try something here. There's no winning chances for black, really. Who is Kasparov 1414? This is a new opponent. Bishop e3 in response to bishop c5. Now I don't know what to do. That's it, I'm out of book. He's threatening knight takes e6. Queen b6, c3, queen takes b2. That doesn't look too dangerous or anything. But I guess I have to do it anyway. I'm not going to take on b2, I don't think. That's asking to lose by force. This is a dubious variation for black, which I wouldn't recommend you play. I just wanted to throw it out there. For fun. It's fun to play dubious lines. I get bored of playing the same thing. That's why I make fun of the London system. I like to be creative, and playing an opening where I just play the same setup by rote every game is against my principles. Though I did realize, funny enough, last night in the 3+2 arena, I had two different games where when I went to study it, two of my games yesterday where I went to look it up, the games in question in the opening score were my own games. I had one game from like 2004 and one game from 2006. And I think I unimproved on both my other games that were in the opening explorer. I literally played worse moves in the critical positions, where I repeated my own games last night. against Tomislav Kopp with white in a King's Indian. I played an unimprovement, not even remembering it had been my own game against Bill Schill. And then the second one against the guy from Sudan, I unimproved on a... It was funny though, I unimproved on bad games. I unimproved on openings that I thought were bad in the first place, is basically what happened. Yeah, I saw that. There's something about Garry Kasparov. Someone interviewing Kasparov. Why leave him out of the discussion? So how does this work? I'm not going to play King E7, I guess. I thought he was going to check on D6. Can I even take that pawn? Probably not. I mean, it's just too dangerous. I'm actually concerned if I can even play knight f6 here. Knight f6, e5. Queen e3 check, queen e2. And I guess I have a defense there, but I'm not sure that even works. Man, this is getting more and more confusing. Probably something like knight c6 should be played. That may be a problem as well. I mean, then knight c6, yeah, I could just get trapped immediately. Okay, queen e3 check, bishop e2, knight f6. Knight c7 check, king e7. It's not real convincing. Quite risky play by Kasparov here. Not fearing dropping his e3 pawn. Wow. I don't like king e7, but it might be a consideration. Not ridiculous to play that move. The problem is knight f6, e5. Anyways, queen e3 check. Queen e2. I have queen c1 check there. Oh my god. e5, queen e3 check, queen e2, queen c1 check. I didn't even consider this variation, but I guess it's yet another possibility. Perhaps queen c5 is good, or better. Dangerous position. But his pawn structure is shot. No, it's very, very deep game by white. I've never seen anything like this. He had many choices, but he chose to offer his e3 pawn with check. I don't think we're going to find any games like this. I'm very curious to check it with the engine, though, after the game. Queen h5, attacking f7. You definitely can't mess around. The knight is vitally important to controlling the Morales square. Queen g5 check. This is a little interesting. This is a new account. He has 56 blitz games, 26 classical games. The strange thing is about this rating, the rapid rating. Why is his rapid rating so much lower than his blitz and classical? Looks hopeless. First fundamental principle of chess is material. But that might be hopeless. My queen is now trapped in mid-board by the opponent. Let's check this with the analysis engine. Knight b5, second choice of the engine. Been played in a handful of games. Now keep in mind, he's probably never faced this variation before. Now I played like the only move, according to the engine. d5 is also possible. And now this is the engine's #1 choice, knight d6 check. And here I should play king f8. No, knight, king e7 is okay. Now he plays the engine #1 move, knight c4. So, you know, you can make your own judgments about it. White played all engine moves from beginning to end. Queen h5, second choice. I don't think so. This doesn't look like a human playing white. That's the problem with playing random players. I just played likely an engine. Perfect first choice of the engine almost every single move. Alright, whatever. If I knew I was playing a computer, I wouldn't play this variation. Point is that I want to play with people, not with your computer. 1900 in rapid chess. Please. Alright, Asmirs. Let's go. The Grob, it's not Wednesday. That's why I have to play casual chess here. Very unlikely someone I played for the first time would know that position, choose every move the engine chooses, and crush me the first time we played in an obscure variation no one knows. But make your own judgments. Alright, g4. I'm going to play e5. I like to go for knight e7, knight g6. I don't really see the point of using an engine to play chess. Like, why would you do that? It's like not fun anymore if you cheat. Cheating, it defeats the purpose of playing the game. All right. Bishop g2. So we're gonna go for it. Knight e7, knight g6, knight f4, knight h4 ideas. I like the move order with that immediately, Asmir's. Also, c4 right away. Maybe we played this before. I don't remember. No, this is playing like in English. Just not sure about the early deployment. It can go to e4, I guess. Yeah, I'm starting to think I like this for white. The more I face this, the more I'm starting to not like the setup for black. It's just in English where the pawn is on g4 instead of g3. But it seems, in fact, like there's not that much I can do with these squares. The chance to break with h5, not such a big deal. The Knock-Manson Gambit, I don't remember now. You have to remind me what that was again. Okay, knight h4 with the idea of h6 maybe. Before he has time for h4. Can we try this? I don't see giving up your white square bishop here as a good idea. I was thinking bishop e4. If you have no other choice, then okay. But in some accelerated dragons, black puts like the bishop on e5. Here, bishop e4 might be quite difficult for black to shake it. I don't like this exchange for him. I mean, I think the black is slightly better. Still, white's position isn't that bad. Can I play d5? It's a little early. Knight e4 with the idea of knight f6 check, dropping a bomb on my king's side. Could be an issue. I get the feeling like he's done this before. This is a setup he's played. White is actually not that bad here, despite the ugly pawn structure. Seems like a calculated risk by Asmir's. Very, very scary. You've been studying the white side of the Grob. Probably worst opening that white can play. But my line, I'm going to throw this out. I don't think this is good enough. Knight e7 isn't going to work. It's just not objectively the best. Yes, this is the best move for white in this position. He found it immediately. Queen e2, clearly best chance. Now suddenly the position getting very, very complex. My idea is to sacrifice a pawn. Go ahead and take it. There's no good way to protect it for black anyway. But he's leaving his king completely wide open now. White's going to start having problems here right about now. Though I'm not sure if bishop f5 is the best. Maybe I should play rook e8 first. Maybe I should play bishop b4 actually. Your king's safety is of paramount importance, and I think that white should address that. I'm not sure my last moves were best. Maybe I should play bishop e4 here. Just forcing his hand. Right. His king will never be 100% safe now. My play is a little slow, but solid. But I think it comes down to whose king is safer in the long run. You know, it may not be his. This is a very slicey diagonal. And I don't think he really has a threat here. Business Insider. Kasparov was getting nervous because he wasn't getting enough publicity, I guess. The income started to kind of trickle rather than pour in. Kasparov felt left out from the discussion. Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty skeptical of this. I don't think he has a real attack. Multiple ways to play this. Take your pick. I'm pretty comfortable. These bishops are just protecting my king really well. Now, I think Kasparov should just accept it. He's not part of the internet chess generation. Most people don't know who he is anymore. I mean, my generation, of course, he was like God. Knight e4. Tactics. It's starting to look kind of breezy in here. But time, where's my time? Very hard to break through my position. It's like a rock here. Osmir's is fast and tricky. I can't believe my score is 44-1. It's like, the guy is way too good for that. Bishop have taken the pawn. Don't know which one you're talking about. This one? F4. Whoa. Now I've gone and done it. I let it get a little bit complicated. More complicated than I really intended. So slow. He's only 1800 in bullet. Got a really fast game though. 2 pawns up, 2 bishops, slightly safer king, and I still feel like I'm not even sure if I'm winning. Yeah, subjectively I should be. Self-confidence kind of low after the arena from hell yesterday. Ops color bishop. Dangerous position for both sides. He's just so consistently faster than me. Doesn't anybody ever need to use their time? That's a great move. Should have played e6. Thought I just like hung a rook or something. He took that so fast. I don't really like White's chances here. You're not going to win on time, and you're definitely not going to win on position. What can we say? I could give you a bishop and still be winning. This is really not an exercise we need to do. Maybe I'll stalemate. Bishop g5. Wait. Where's the stalemate? I don't think that Asmir's has ever lost on time in a game in their life. Like, you always have 45 seconds more than the minimum. There's no way you're going to lose on time playing like that. That's the good news. It was a tough fight, actually. The opening wasn't that bad. I have time for 2 more games. There they are. Stalemate. GH. It's nice that you found a way to stalemate yourself. It's kind of cool. Either capture is a stalemate. But I'm concerned about this opening. I don't think I'm going to play this anymore. You know, I don't really like the position I'm getting here. After e5, bishop g2. Knight c6 is better. But it goes for the same plan with knight c6, knight e7. That's interesting. Engine prefers knight h4 immediately, in which case you would put the bishop on e4. That's like forcing you to make the right move. Is your countryman Blobix here? Blobix is a big fan of knight on h4. Where is he? Where is he? The knight h4 man. That's huge, but I didn't want to go there just yet. So Weinzettel actually has a game here from '99. I played with him in Budapest. He played the same as me, and you played the same as this guy, and I played the same as Ernst. But I just can't abide by bishop takes c6. This is like... It seems like a positional mistake. I don't know. I don't like it. So what this guy played, assuming the Austrian guy, because Ernst is Austrian, I would think like bishop e4 would be the better move. Funny though. Stockfish likes your move better. So you've introduced new theory in the Grob. Bishop takes e6. Controversial decision. Knight f3 is an unbelievable move. It's an unbelievable move. Queen a4, bishop d7, c5, knight f5. That's a neat idea. Next time, queen a4. Subtlety. Bishop d7, c5, hitting my knight. Then you draw my knight away, and then you can play knight f3 without mangling your pawn structure. We'll try this next time. Alright, Viking beer and Rad. It's funny, this law office that I know. I knew someone named Brad, like a real name, who works there. I'd never heard anybody named Brad. It's pretty cool. Pretty rad, man. But in this case, it's a reference to the Lord of the Rings. Okay, so f4. Viking beer with the birds opening. Yeah, maybe I don't have to give up my variation. I'll just pretend I'm playing white. The From declined. Dun-dun. Oh, mouse slip, sorry. We mouse slipped. No. This is actually recommended by Richard Palliser, and I think it's not a bad idea. You don't play against the Grob. Acerbate doesn't do the Grob. Alright, whatever. I'm playing the closed Sicilian down a tempo. Is that a good thing? I mean, I can equalize probably with pawn takes pawn, but I don't really like it in principle. Guys, last two games for today. Then we're going to be back with the Simul on Sunday. Thanks to Matt Bobola for a raid today. And maybe we'll raid somebody. The Beast. We can raid the Beast. Romanian Beast. Alright, knight c3, knight f6. I'm just going to keep the tension. Keeping the tension here. Viking beer can play solidly with like g3, closed Sicilian. This is still not a bad move. I like the beast. He seems like a good guy. Bishop d2. Tempting me to go for it. Alright. We'll be principled. It feels like a King's Indian now. It's actually a Dunst opening you've transposed. And, you know, it's almost like he's up a tempo. Bishop d2, the extra move. e5, fe5, knight g4. Is this sound? It's a little suspicious. Let's go with g6. Use it in the fast format. Yeah, I mean, Grob is a good idea from that perspective. It's hard to find an opening that people aren't prepared for, but the Grob, unfortunately, involves creating a lot of weaknesses, so I definitely wouldn't play it beyond, like, maybe rapid chess. The Grobe. Play the Grobe. Oh no. Coming into the weak square. Can you clear a landing place? I'm not sure though. You know, this is good enough. h5. h5 weakens my king side a bit. I'm sure I really want to do that. What would Yasser do? Alright, I'm going to refrain from this ultra-violent h5. We have an interesting battle now. I may have to sacrifice a pawn in some lines. Stick the knight on e3. It's a weird dunce / birds opening by white. Trying to get my knight in on e3 at the right time. Thing is, if he lets me go, I'll take it. I mean, he'll take it, I'll take it. He'll play that. Now he's preempting with that. So c3 is a reasonable move. This will sort of nullify my bishop on the diagonal. Can I play maybe like take b5, b4? My knight in the meanwhile will be questionable on g4. This is questionable. Very questionable. Should I just like go for it? The trash compactor with c5, c4. This doesn't look like it's going to work. I'm afraid my efforts here are too late. I may have to retract my knight. Excellent game by Viking Beer. I think he's been like studying or something. But pull the trigger now with the h3, knight e3, bishop e3, de3. You need to pull the trigger. I think the longer the Viking Beer here waits with moves like queen c2, the more justified my position becomes. I suspect there he can play h3. A reasonable game. Viking Beer has been doing study at home, correspondence course. He never shows up on my stream and then he gets better. It's a bad sign. All right. There's no going back when you've crossed the line of demarcation. I have time for the last game against Radagast, but we'll be back on Sunday with the Simon Mubat. Thank you, Acerbate, for triggering the robot. Knight d4. should be considered. Knight d4, knight d4, bishop d4. Bishop g4, bishop g4, f5, trapping my bishop. Can't say I'm happy about that thought. So, not gonna die. That's a trap that I see a lot in the King's Indian. You get your bishop on g4, and it never gets out, like a roach motel. Now there's a check there on f2. You're leaving open. I expected the other rook. I could just play like knight e3. Doesn't do anything though. He's ignoring my knight on g4. It's just a decoration to him. No reacting to it whatsoever. Most people would have been panicked by now. This could go in e3. That's the plan. Check is nothing. It's really a roach motel. Deposit knight here. Man, I'm in the Viking Beerus. He's been taking lessons from someone else. I suspect him of cheating on us. Look how organized his play is. Excellent play. No. No, trade these. I detect weakness in the white position. No trades of queens. Still very complicated here. This is actually starting to kind of boggle my mind. Really weird situation. He has queen g5 there. There didn't seem to be an obvious rejoinder. But now he's clearly just blundered. I have discoveries as well, but don't see what it does. He thought I was cowering in fear with queen b8 when I was really threatening this dastardly capture. It wasn't just a matter of cowering in fear. Well, what now? Not really sure what to do here. I don't have a discovery. It's unbelievable. Viking beer. You're a new man after your hospitalization. It's coming out stronger than ever. I don't know what to do. Just in the middle of that pin, there's nothing for me here. It's amazing. Shocking, in fact. I don't have a threat or a good move. Nothing short of shocking. Maybe I have to play like e5? Not really happy with that. He has 3 minutes more than me. I can't find a move there. I just don't like my queen on f4. This is a mistake. But a very small one. You should take with the knight, not the bishop. You generally don't want to give up that bishop if you can help it. Really good play by Viking Beer. What's the 1800, man? 1800 in rapid. 4 games, 1600 classical. He only has a few games on this account. Another great move. Wow. This is like the most solid game I've seen him play. Still move 22 and White's advantage or disadvantage is rather small. Very positional move, b4. Impressive. Thankfully he can't play d4, or I'd be in serious trouble here. Starting to panic. This is an incredibly positional game, Viking Beer. Nice job. Where did you get this subtle positional style from? I don't remember that. Very good bind on c5 for White. White's objectively not really worse here. I feel like I'm playing to just kind of hold the position. Now he starts playing bullet like a master. I'm going to be in trouble. White is probably better now. He's hanging his d3 pawn. I'm not sure if I can take this. This is an awesome game by White, strategically. He's down a pawn, but he seems to have compensation. I don't know if he has a tactic here. That's not it. He was playing great. It's not that bad. Queen b2, I guess. Where is this insane positional style? I've never seen that from him. I didn't know you were like Mr. Knight. That's a new thing. And almost flagging me? He's 1400. and blitz. What is going on here? Viking Beer must be taking supplements or something. Now he's got me tactically with knight takes g6. And just giving me a piece. You played like a perfect game until knight takes e5. That was easily the best game you ever played against me. I don't know. Why not just back to h4? You can't be 1430 playing like this. Alright, there. Wow. So except for hanging his two knights, he played like a perfect game. That was an awesome game. I mean, I don't really have much here. Even fc1 is like the best move according to the engine. I expected rook on ac1. I wouldn't have thought of that, to leave f2 weak. Yeah, here he had queen g5, but he played rook a b1. I didn't really get rook on a to b1, but it's apparently to sport b4. And after this, I'm still not even better. It's unbelievable. What a game. I'm lucky I didn't lose. Let's see if he was better at the end. Yeah. So you had knight g6 one move earlier. But apparently it's not enough. I still am better with the two bishops versus two knights, but why can't you play knight h4? He's just equal. He just doesn't hang one knight and then the next. Knight takes. Knight back to h4. Played like a master positional player. Brad the Brown last game for today. I'm running kind of late. I didn't expect that much resistance from Viking. That was his easily best game ever that I've faced. And I was in time pressure too. I didn't like your decision to give up the dark squared bishop on e3. Instead taking with the knight. That was the only like positional mistake he made, other than the opening. But a really good quality game till the end, two moves. If you play like that against me, you've got to have a higher rating. No more 1400 for Viking. You've graduated from the 1400 blitz rating. You can play like that. That was a complete game. So here, all right. What do I got? Fianchetto. I'm afraid of the King's Indian. Summer is here. Very hot in Budapest. Yeah, this variation makes me ill. Knight c6 d5 with an insanely closed position and theory that goes like 30 moves deep. I really feel like playing that. This Pano variation or whatever, it's just like endless. And d takes e5 is completely lame. think that was the best game you played against me, Juicebox. By far. I was going to lose on time if I make one little inaccuracy. So I don't know. I give up. I don't want to play that. I don't want to play d5. It's so disgusting and closed and stressful. And once I tried h3, but that's just a bad move. This is the only other move that like keeps the tension. D takes c5 sucks. You know, the recommendation of Gingy. It just sucks for white. Nothing in a completely symmetrical position. This radically changes the position of black, giving up the white squared bishop. I think he's still fairly solid, but it's a concession of sorts. I mean, I play stuff like this sometimes with black. You have to make some concessions with black, you know, somewhere along the line. It's trying to... That's the problem with the h3 move, another position I was talking about. There's this sort of correlation between these. But objectively here, I don't think he can really do anything about my c4 pawn. Yeah, good game. You deserve a good night's sleep after that. But get your rating up, because you're going to start making me look bad. There'll be Reddit posts about how I can't be 1400 players. That gets tedious. Alright, e6. What is e6 about? I mean, is black trying to play d5? He just wants to take when I play d5? Maybe it makes sense. He takes and then plays d5. Not clear what I should do there. Maybe my move's a mistake. Maybe I should go for dc again. For example, dc, dc, queen d6, knight b4 look kind of annoying. I mean, here I could still take and just move my queen. But then again, where? That's a bit of a problem. And it's symmetrical and boring position again. So I'll opt not to do that. Keeping the tension. Unprovoked retreat from the center. I get it. You want to put the knight on f5. Interesting. Slightly convoluted, but maybe not that bad. You want to go here to pressure d4. One school of thought says d5 for me. But I prefer to develop. It's a very strange way of playing the King's Indian. I don't know if I would guess this was a King's Indian. I don't know what to call it. There's a battle over like both sides playing d5 or not. When to play it, when is it good, when is it not good. I really ought to consider just pushing my queenside majority here. Very sharp position with the dynamic pawn imbalance. He doesn't seem to mind. Wow. It's a highly positional style. Everybody loves knights against me today. Juicebox and now Rad the Brown with a knight obsession. No one likes bishops. I like bishops. I've won more games to the two bishops than any other concept in chess. So I'm not incorrigible, but I think I'm pretty addicted to bishop pair. I'm going to take the bishop pair in most cases to the bank because that works for me. Guys, Sunday Simul 6:30 CEST here on lichess with Ponda and myself. This is our last game I got to run. I'm a little behind schedule, so I'm going to say bye-bye for Ponda in advance. Thanks everybody for watching. Oh, sorry I fell down. Anyway, great arena last night. It was fun watching him suffer. We get to watch him suffer again in the Simul. Sunday Simul 6:30 CEST. Be there. Bye-bye. Amazing how Ponda can be in more than one place at once. Now, knight h5 doesn't look right. But there's pressure on d4. I mean, what can you say about it? One knight on the rim justifies another. Is that what we're doing here? Maybe I should have played knight b5 instead of that and gone knight a3, knight c2. You're crazy with the knights. Just in case. Any sort of weird sacrificial ideas. Actually, I think this was a debatable decision. Rad the Brown, pawn structure expert and positional player of high regard. I wouldn't put the knight on h5, but he had b5 there. That's messed up. I mean, I might have a tactic with knight c3, knight d4, rook d4, bishop takes, knight takes b5. I'm not sure if he saw that and hesitated for that reason. But it might have been enough. I don't like putting my knight in a4 any more than I like his knight going to h5. Frankly. Now his kingside knight went back to c6, and the c6 one went over. No, that's coming back, actually. He went over to f5, and then he's back. Back to the other side now. You're trying to play e5. Yeah, this knight on a4 is not cool. Looks like he's trying to play knight e4 now, possibly. I'll have to take it. Just like, he doesn't mind defending. Saw that, but I have knight b6 there. A little like an Alyekin's defense or something. Amazing. Defensive play by black. The white squares won't permit it. It's just suicide. How's that? Well, you shouldn't resign. You're grabbing h3 here. I don't think I played this the best. No, at least give it a shot. Queen h3. Bishop e8, rook e8. You're only down the exchange. And my kingside is hanging by a thread. Well, you did resign, right? But it's premature. I mean, this isn't safe. Computer is computer. It says I'm +4, but I mean, I have to play perfect moves. And that... This precarious kingside, after taking h3 out, there's a fairly high chance white could blunder here. And probably something like rook b2 is an idea, but I don't know what to do about this pawn. There are problems here for white, you know. Not at all easy to defend, so premature resignation. Guys, I gotta go. Thanks for joining me. Interesting game there. I mean, e3. Not a common move, but just kind of keeping the tension in equal position. He played bishop g4. That's the most common move. Well, the recommended move by the engine anyway. But I don't really think it's a problem. Bishop g4, h3. Bishop takes f3. Iturazaga playing this against Jones. I mean, it's like the perfect thing to play with white against a tactical guy who loves the King's Indian. It sort of sucks the life out of the position. A good choice by white. Bishop takes f3, bishop f3. And now knight d7. I mean, that's the natural move. That's how you should continue. And I think the position is equal. Well, slightly imbalanced. Anyway, guys, I gotta go. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks to all of you for supporting the stream, subscribing, and your donations this week. Move 11, Astrobate, everybody for the bit donations. Thanks again, guys. See you Sunday. And I'll see Mr. Coffee when he wakes up. Bye-bye.